Hi there, this is Richard Galvan, Product Manager with Flash Professional here at Adobe, with a continuation of our Sneak Peek series. Last week we focused a little bit on our multi-target project setup, and in doing so I mentioned a new feature that was kind of part of that project setup, which I refer to as author time shared assets. So let's talk about what that is all about. So here I have a project on my stage, and this is a file. So kind of a restaurant guide. It's part of a project, as you can see here, um, called Local Picks. And but notice that I also have this all the time shared assets.fla file here, which I said is part of what gets created when you create a project. But how does that work? So let's assume I have this project, Local Picks. It's designed to work on a small screen phone, and I now want to take some of these assets and use them for either maybe a web version or a larger screen version of this app. So a couple ways that I can do this. First thing I can do is do a save as and say, let's call this local pics 2. Just for right now, I'm just going to save it as a different file, assuming that this is going to be my larger screen size version. So I'll call local pics 2. I'm also now going to create a brand new document, altogether a different one, a blank one. And I'm going to go ahead and save this into that project, and we'll call it local pics 3. Okay, and I'm going to go back to my project and refresh and see that all the 3 files are there. And let's go and open the original one. And I've got some assets now on the stage. Now notice very quickly in the library here that I've got these checkboxes. Now these checkboxes allow me to then tell Flash that I want that item, that symbol, to be shared. And so these are already checked. And in this case, for example, I've got my home screen here that is checked. And what I'm going to do is just go ahead and copy that, which is right here, the one that I have on the stage, go to my blank document here and paste it. So as you can see, I've got this asset used here in local pics 2, which is a new file, this local pics 3, which is kind of a blank document that I just copied the item into, and then of course my original one. So what does this really all do? Well, what I'm going to do is go into the original local pics file, and after listening to my customer tell me that they don't like the blue background, I can try to make some changes here to the background. So let's go ahead and try to see if I can change the background to maybe an orange. And if I select the background correctly here, let's go ahead and fix this one as well. And let's pick orange for these as well. Okay, something simple. As you can see, I changed the background to kind of an orange or dusk. And I'm going to go and commit these changes to this file. So now those are saved. But now notice when I go back to my local pics 3 file, I'm switching over. You notice the changes are now updated automatically. And if I go to my local pics 2 file, it updates it there as well. So as you can see, this feature allows me to work with an asset shared across multiple files, but when I make changes to it, it automatically updates it across all the different files that I decided to use it in within that project. Anyways, I hope that kind of gives you an idea of sort of what this feature is about, and stay tuned next week for our next sneak peek.